What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome to the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. This is obviously like the 911 Dakar rival, basically, is what it's supposed to be. So it looks pretty legit. I think it's a cool looking thing. I feel like it's just that weird quirkiness of it, right? It's the weirdness. Wait, I'm driving this in the wrong place. This is what I should be doing. This thing just has that little sense of weirdness that I really like in cars. So why is there an off-road, basically, supercar from Lamborghini? Why? Because it's fun, because it's interesting, because they still like to do quirky and weird cars from time to time. Yeah, like I feel like car manufacturers have gone downhill. I think did I tweet this or did I say this? I can't remember what it was, but I feel like manufacturers or cars nowadays just aren't as weird and as quirky anymore. Like we used to have so many weird and cool little cars all over the place, right? From all the different manufacturers and everything. It just used to be really, really fun. You know, when you find or you see some crazy car that comes out from a manufacturer. And this is one of them, in my opinion, which I think is just a car that just doesn't seem like it should exist. An off-road Lamborghini Huracan. And it just does. It feels like it's a car that you'd make in like Gran Turismo, or if it's a car that you'd make here in Forza. And it's cool. It's an interesting car. It's not particularly the fastest, it's not particularly the best at anything, but it's something that I feel like it could be a car that could be used pretty much every single day. I don't know about this one. I feel maybe the Porsche is a little bit better in terms of maybe, you know, like luggage space and all that sort of stuff. You want to have it, you know, in terms of real life. But obviously, since we're in a video game, we don't really care about luggage space and all that. All we want is for it to be fast, for it to be good at something, and for it to look good. And I think it's nailing some of those points. I love the roof racks as well. I just realized them now. That is very sick. All right, let's hop over into the festival and actually have a quick little poke around this thing. We'll open all the doors and everything and just have a little look around it, because I haven't actually had a chance to look at this thing yet. So yeah, there's your little luggage space if you really care about that. It does go down really deep though, doesn't it? It looks mental how deep it goes down. You have all the little extra fog lights at the door, or in the doors, extra little fog lights in the front, on the bumper. Obviously it has off-road wheels. Those wheels are a bit, you know, they don't seem very off-roady, but the tires do anyway. You go inside, it's full of Alcantara, carbon fiber, as it will. Pretty dark interior, but I do like the red. I think the red looks pretty good. Let's step out of this. We go towards the back where we can hopefully see the V10. Pretty sure the V10 hasn't really been changed. It's pretty much going to be the exact same as everything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Intakes are at the very, very top where the vent is. That is actually quite sick. It's like where I was going to say a roof like scoop is, but it's not really a roof scoop. It's kind of like a rear hatch scoop, which is very, very cool. But the intake is there now. Wasn't it before on the sides? Wasn't it like here? Like behind the rear windows? Wasn't that where the intakes used to be? But now, because this thing is kind of supposed to go off-roading and stuff like that. Am I wrong in saying that the intake now for this is at the top? Interesting. Basically lifting the point higher, because if you are going to be driving this thing into water and that, it shouldn't be that low. Am I wrong in saying that? I mean, it doesn't make really too much of a difference, because usually, you know, with front-engined cars, they do that and they add a snorkel, right, which goes all the way up here. But this one just doesn't seem to be that much different. If the intakes used to be behind the doors, isn't that pretty much the exact same? It's not really that high of a position. I mean, I guess it's less like splashing from the front wheels that goes up in there, and the air like just comes over the top. I don't know, to be honest. I'm just waffling here. I am just waffling here. I'm just trying to make logic in what I'm seeing. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Pretty much has the rear end of the Huracan, like Evo and the Performante and all that sort of stuff, where it has just the 2 exhausts there instead of the quad exhaust at the bottom. I kind of miss the quad exhaust at the bottom. I don't know. I feel like that rear end looked really, really good. All right, let's do stuff to this thing. Let's see if we're able to race it anywhere. Any engine options that we have available: 6.5 liter V12, which of course is Lamborghini's V12. Can I rev it? There we go. And then we have the racing engine as well. I am tempted to swap this thing over to I am tempted to swap this thing over with one of the lighter engines, though. Should I try and build this thing maybe to the top of S1? I could do that. But I want to build it straight for off-roading. I want to build it straight for off-roading. What's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, no fog lights. No, we're keeping the fog lights. Fog lights. Sick. Or whatever, little daytime running lights. I can't... People in the comments of my videos have been waffling at me about putting the rear wing on the cars. Basically putting the Forza Aero on the cars. I would never do that to my car. Why are you doing that to your car? I would never do that to my car. You see the way it says non-adjustable and then it says adjustable here? You see the way it has those two options here? Well, if I want my car to handle well, I need to put the Forza wing on it. So if you cry about it in the comments about why am I putting the Forza wing and how ugly it is and I shouldn't be putting the Forza wing on cars, that just shows me that you're a slow driver in Forza. So, like, you're just outing yourself as being a bad player in this game. I'm sorry, but you are. Anyway, we can go and put the same tires that are already on it, except they're better? Or they're worse? Huh? Wait, so these off-road tires that have the same design as these are worse. Our handling off-road goes up slightly. I'm still putting them on because that's what I'm trying to build this car for. 305s at the front. And 355s at... Holy shit. This thing... Oh my god. And then we can get the wheels to stick out even more. That is ridiculous. Oh my god. What the hell? But yeah, you're a slow driver if you're complaining about the Forza Aero in this game. Yes, it looks shit. Yes, it's ugly. I get it, right? I'm not saying that it's not. But you're complaining about something that I'm using specifically so I can get the car to be faster. This is nuts, by the way. I've just realized that now. I do want to keep the standard engine in this thing first before I do anything else and I swap it over to something else. Because I'm pretty sure if I swap it over to the Racing V12, then it's over. This is probably the only instance where the racing exhaust is very, very minimal in terms of the changes, but it actually does make it slightly louder. Weird. They actually did something. Well, we're now all the way into S2. I will end up dropping the power though. So let's do a couple things here. What can we drop in terms of power? Obviously turbo can't do anything there. If we drop this, it goes out to 906. I want to try and bring this thing to the top of S1 basically. That's what I'm doing. 900. Boom. There we go. That is our build now. 1,329 kilos. 844 horsepower. 2.0 lateral G's. I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference because that's on the actual road and not on gravel or on dirt, which is where we're going to be racing this thing. Right. So I'm going to see if this thing is actually capable of doing anything off-road. Right. That's the goal here. Now for the design of paints, what are we looking at here? Let's have a quick little look to see what this thing comes in. The red, this is a very pasty, flat yellow that we have here. Obviously the purple. It's still very similar colors too. Oh, that looks actually kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like the matte finish of it. I wish that was like a normal finish, like a glossy / metallic finish, but that does look really good. I honestly think the orange looks the best. The blue looks good as well, but I was gonna say that these aren't really that different to the colors that we have for the Revuelto. They're very similar. Orange is still the best, I think. And we're keeping it in orange. Alright, let's take this out and see what it's like. Let's actually race this thing. I know it's at nighttime now, but still. Let's see. We'll bring it over onto one of the rival events, I think, and check it out here. Dirt racing. That's kind of what I want to try this thing for, right? I feel like there's a lot of tracks. Maybe a small track would probably be a good idea. Maybe not the Calera Scramble because it's a little bit small and I don't really get to use the power for it. But a smallish track is definitely, I think, the way for this car. I don't know if I want to use it on a track that does actually give us Sterrato Trail. I don't know. See, because some of these tracks, right, they're very, very good for a very specific car. Alright, I could even try maybe some cross country as well. Like this could probably be good at cross country. Interesting. I do want to just test it out a little bit though. So, should I try the Horizon Baja Scramble? Let's just do this. So in S1, most of the time we have super lightweight cars, cars that are either like the Ford Puma, or we have the, what else is there? The Mercedes as well, the CLK GTR. That's also very good. There's the Ford Puma that I use. The Lola as well. I completely forgot about the Lola. The Lola's an absolutely monstrous car. The Alpha is also very good. The 33 Stradale, that's a very, very good car. We do have some other cars here and there scattered here, but I don't think these are legitimate. As soon as I see people driving automatic, I just automatically assume that these are just not legitimate types. Plus, like, you can see people with, like, maxed out levels as well. Which just isn't really a legit thing. Porsche 917 as well. So this is kind of the times that we're getting here, about 59 seconds on this. I mean, with my Puma, for example, I didn't make it that close. Whereabouts am I in the world? 102. I'll select myself as the ghost, if the game will let me. And we'll try and see how close this thing can get to it. Because I feel like the Puma is much lighter as well than this thing. But this does have the power. See, the thing is though, I don't think this would be good in like long distances or like a sprint race or something like that. Because I feel like there's other cars in the list of cars that we have here that are going to be better than this. That's why I'm kind of thinking maybe, you know, something close quarters type of vibe, because this thing has super wide tires. It's going to have such a massive amount of grip. It does grip up really well though, to be fair to it. It is very, very good. I can go faster as well. Don't really need to brake here either. Yeah, this thing grips up really, really well. I think I could probably get it to ease up a little bit on the grip. It's like hard for me to slide this thing into like a wall or something like that. It also feels at some points that it's not powerful enough. Yeah, this engine is not powerful enough for the amount of grip that this car has. How crazy is that? I'm flooring it right now, by the way. You can see I'm not even like the car is not even like trying to spin up its wheels. Brakes are ridiculous. Acceleration with it's in like a perfect straight line. It's decent, but it's still slower. Not like a Ford Puma. Oh, this is I need to put a bigger engine in it. I need to give it a lot more power. I'm gonna put the Racing V12 in it. So that thing not only gives us power, but it also makes it lighter. I need to do that. I definitely need to do that. I imagine 800 horsepower is just not enough for this thing. Ridiculous. I can't spin its wheels. I don't have traction control on. It just has too much grip for the amount of power that it has. So it needs more power. Unless I make it rear-wheel drive. Then it drops even more in class. And then I can give it even more power. But at that point, it's rear-wheel drive, so it's not going to be as grippy. We're engine swapping this thing. Putting the Racing V12 in it. As you can see, it automatically drops the weight down as well. And then if I twin turbo it, boom, bring that up. Bring that up. The only problem now with it is that it's way too high in class. So what can we really drop? Maybe we can drop a little bit of our grip from the front. Maybe we can go 265s and the rears, change the tire size in the front for some reason. There we go. Do something like that maybe. We do that. It's making more power, and it's lighter. It just has, supposedly, slightly less grip on the front. And this way, I don't really have to change any of my tune or anything at all. I just go the same way. So now it should have, like I said, more power, and it's lighter. And it should handle it a little bit better. So let's try that again, and see what the difference is like. See if it's enough of a difference to make this thing quicker in S1. I'm gonna go straight into it. I'll just leave whoever my rival is. Okay. I am also somewhat tempted to make it rear-wheel drive and then just send it down the mountain on the El Descenso track. If you guys know about that one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was gonna say, my gear ratio is a bit too long, but I think it might be. I'm sure my gear ratio is just slightly. What did I get before? Like a 107, right? This is gonna be much faster than the 107, I'm telling you now. That was from a standing start too, right? I need to point the front end in more than that one. I mean, it's faster than 107. I think this is going to be a fast car. I need to point my front end a little bit more. I also think I need to change my gear ratio. Actually, let's do that first. Restart event. Alright, let's try that one again. It's a little better. Actually, it's a lot better. With the shorter gear ratios. It seems like it's accelerating a little bit easier. It still doesn't want to slip from underneath me. I feel like this thing has the torque to slip from these wheels, but it just still doesn't want to do it. It's really, really controlled. A little bit too much sliding there. Yeah, just a tiny bit too much sliding. That horrible landing costed me a little bit. This is so much faster now. Oh my god. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the dart slipping. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, my car's not gonna do that, surely, right? It just doesn't. But you can see how much faster it is, though, in the straights. Oh my god, he's just gone. 104. Yeah, that landing, I need to really point myself inwards a lot more. Yeah, it's just not fast enough. It just doesn't have the power for it. This is what I was thinking, right? Because anywhere where there's like a bit of a straight, this thing is just going to struggle. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with any of the like the OP cars or anything like that. Pretty much with any of these tunes on it. It doesn't matter what tune I have on it. It just isn't. The power and weight and just the combination of everything just doesn't seem to be working. You know, if I want to make it as competitive as possible. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad car. Because it's still got like what, like a 104 or 105 I can get with it pretty easily. Maybe I can drop it into the lower like 1 minutes, but it's still not like mental. I feel like we've had this discussion before, right? And I feel like people were, well, I have been told anyway by by some of the leaderboard people, I think that this thing is not going to be very competitive or anything, but it's still a really, really cool car to have in the game. Let me know if you've built this thing for anything else down in the comments below. I'm definitely down to try maybe your suggestions or anything like that. Let me know down on my Discord. I do have a Discord where you guys can join and you can send your tunes over, and I may try them in future videos if you send some interesting stuff over. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, this one. I really like it. I think it's quirky and it's just weird enough where it's like it's a fun car to mess around and do stuff with. Obviously, it's not overly competitive or anything like that. I've also got a video, by the way, for people that are watching this and you're like, how do you have that car? I've also done a video on how you get all of these cars. So go check that out on the channel if you're still wondering right now on how I got it. But yeah, this was it for the Sterrato. This was the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. Like I said, quirky, fun car, interesting. Let me know what you thought of this video, and yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see more stuff like this on the channel. Right, well, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.